on the prop firm industry as a whole?
I think it's good. I mean, it gives a lot of opportunity to people who it's difficult to build up a personal live account. When I started, that was the only sort of option. Maybe 2019. I think there was I don't know. Maybe the first prop firms were a little bit before that.
FTMO.
But FTMO probably one of the first ones. But the rules were a lot more difficult, and the accounts were very expensive. Now you can get a cheap account. I don't know what's your cheapest account.
I think we do a 2.5K. It's
$23.
$23.
Yeah, so it gives. I mean, if you put $23 in a live account,
Yeah,
it would take so long to even build up. So it gives a lot of opportunity to people. There are some people who have sort of gamified it, as we talked about earlier, where they'll buy accounts from every single prop firm. They'll just max risk the daily drawdown, and they might make 200,000, but they might spend 100,000 just on challenges, which probably is good for the prop firm.
It is, yeah, it is, and it isn't like it is and it isn't in a way, because it's just like it just skews your data massively.
I mean, what data have you got? Like, I always wanted to know. I mean, the people say, 1% of traders are profitable. Like,
it varies on different accounts. Pass rate on a challenge, like per stage, can vary if it's 1, 2, 3, from like 20 to 30%. Overall payout, again, it varies from different challenges. We've got some that are like 1.2%, and then I'm not gonna let everyone know which. And then one challenge is about 3% payout, which is pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Most brokerages are working at like 98, 99% win rate. So yeah, it varies every single month as well. Like I was on about this to someone before, and about the fund, like they've got a fund, and I was like, how have you done for August? Because August hasn't seemed very good for traders inside Nostro. But then I think like January, February, April are really, really positive, and it's like the more we go over these next like 18 months, we're going to be able to correlate the data to what months do well, what don't do well.
Yeah.
So it varies. It varies all the time, to be honest.
I mean, so you guys launched, was it 2 years ago?
So we started building like phase 2 of Nostro in what year are we now?
25.
23.
23 in April 2023. We launched in April 2024. So we've been running since then.
And you sort of, because obviously now you approached me, I don't know, maybe 2-3 months ago. How come you sort of are you sort of more going into the UK market? Because I saw you had an event in India.
Yeah.
Was that your sort of primary demographic?
So
first?
like I don't know if I said it at the start of the call, one of the first things you said, you were like, new prop firm. So just to tell you how we launched, right? We come in the industry, and we were like, right, we're coming in at a time it's massively saturated. So we had an idea, because our first vision of Nostro, right, was a free version, and we were going to monetize the data into our other businesses, right? It didn't really work. So
Didn't work at all.
It didn't work at all, right?
That was nice. No, it didn't work at all.
But we had an idea, right? We thought we can build, and again, we had no data on this, but we sort of had an idea. We built a challenge, right? It was a 5K free step, and it's a hard challenge, right? So if you go onto like FTMO or someone like that, you can trade a free version, right, and get an understanding. We thought, if we can build a challenge, it's going to be pretty difficult. I think it's 6% max drawdown, 3% daily drawdown. It's like 1 to 30 leverage. So it was hard. We knew it was hard. And we were like, right, we're coming in saturated market. Before we even launched, we give 13,000 of these accounts away. So
straight away.
We use that for our marketing, and we had a little bit of a delay when we were launching, but we announced everything. Before, we had like 16,000 people in our Discord before launch. We had 10,000 on our socials, and we had all these people like that were giving these accounts to. We're only going to give 5,000 away at first, And then we got delayed, like our software got delayed, and then everyone's like, another scamming firm, and you sat there, you're like, wow, this is stressful before we even started.
Bearing in mind these were free accounts, we didn't.
Yeah.
They were saying we were scammers, but we didn't take any money off them, right?
But was you going to give payouts as well?
Yeah, we do. We do, and
Okay.
we still
have
run these
some
now. So we launched, and on launch, before we'd even launched our paid accounts, we give away 13,000 accounts in our first 2 weeks, right? And
explain why we did that as well.
yeah, because we were like, right, if people come and trade with us, they're going to stay with us. So we did that, and we probably made about 10 grand revenue in our first month. And we knew that, right? We knew when we built Nostro. We've not built Nostro for a 2-year project. We've got a 15-year like project of what we're going to do. We're going to do some stuff that's like, I'll talk to you off camera, but I'm not doing it now because people steal. But we've got ideas of what we want to do that's not just about prop firm trading. And we did that, and it brought loads of people in from a lot of countries like Africa, India, Pakistan and stuff. And we've built really good communities with these traders and like really good relationships with them. And they're obviously a smaller account, so that's why you're attracting them in. And that's how we've sort of grown to where we are. And over the course of the 18 months, I think we've given away nearly 50,000 of these accounts.
But it's interesting because obviously when you approached me, and I didn't really do much research. You said, I'm going to test you out. And then I looked and I was like, okay, they've been around for a while. And also the community is very active. So obviously I was like, there's like, I don't know, maybe 30,000 people in the Discord.
Yeah.
It surprised me because I'd never heard of you. And I feel like I know every prop firm in the States.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I just think we speak about that, but it's just, we sort of got our niche and we started focusing on it. And
another thing that comes back around to your original question is you were talking about India. Because we give all those free accounts away, which we used as marketing, right? Instead of putting money into loads of paid ads and doing loads of paid marketing, what we did is we give free accounts away, which we agree is there were difficult challenges, but they were free. But because they were free, people signed up. So we built this massive audience in Discord. We built a massive, maybe up to like 12, 13,000 on Instagram. Like all of our socials were popping, which is great. We've got interaction, right? So we've done this to get 13,000 people in a group on Instagram and 16,000 in Discord. You have to spend a lot of money on marketing.
Yeah.
So we did that. But the reason we went to India is because we already built that community in India. So when Scott and the whole team now, we're reaching out to people in the UK and Europe because we built these amazing audiences in India and Africa, etc. But we don't want to just be pigeonholed into that. We want to start. We live in the UK, right? And we hadn't really attacked that market yet. But also, we didn't want to just go whacking loads of money into paid advertising.
yeah, because we were going to marketing agencies and stuff, and they were quoting us 60, 70 grand to run all this.
And with marketing, it's just a black hole. You don't know what you're going to get from it. It could be great. You could get nothing.
Especially when the space is already so saturated.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it was sort of another way, and we worked it out. We were like, instead of paying that for marketing, we'll pay that on payouts, and then you're getting payouts to people, and then
like you, for example.
Yeah,
exactly.
so it's almost
You're
marketing yourself as a business, and and it's probably the best thing we've ever done, right? Because now looking back at everything we've gone through as a business, right, is if we've sort of grown very, very gradually. Like we've increased traders and revenue, etc. But it's allowed us to get that data, right, of like, what are we doing? And like I mentioned before, if we were in a position we launched and we just went out and smashed it, if we'd had that downtime a couple of months ago with MT5, we would not be able to pay everyone. So for me, you pay your traders, it's a tough industry to be in, right? Because it's very emotional.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look at them anymore, right? Someone else deals it, but like, you'll get a bad trust pilot, right? And it's because they've breached. Right?
It is an emotional game, you know. So for some people, it's all on the line. And I always say, before you, I don't know, quit your job and go full time, at least have, I don't know, a year worth of expenses. Because when you start trading and you need that prop firm payout, then, you know, things are just going to go horribly wrong. And that's when, you know, you make them Trustpilot.
Yeah. It's you get like going to what you said about, I've had people threaten to kill me. I've had people like, I used to bite to it loads, but like people are, I am going to write a bad Trustpilot review every single day unless you give me a free account. And you're like, and then Trustpilot don't help you. You show them evidence and they're just not bothered. But again, I've sort of detached from that now and just let everything sort of runs itself organically, just grow and grow and grow. And like, moving forward now, we've been working on so much stuff behind the scenes to make, we know our product's not the best, so we've spent a load of money getting the product better in the future, and it's just about planning moving forward.
And where's the money coming from? Because obviously you guys are relatively new. I mean, your challenges are quite cheap. How does it work?
Investors, we had a lot of investors behind us, like number of different companies within the trading industry. Like obviously we make revenue now, but like when we launched, we lost money for 6 months. Then we might have had a profitable month. You've gone down. Everyone thinks prop firms are gonna make loads and loads of money. When we come into this, we knew we needed 3 years to make sure we can get everything right, get all the data and get it running. And it's up and down. It's exactly how I'd put it, is being a trader.
It's very similar, yeah.
Yeah, when you first start a trader, you are not going to be profitable straight away. You're going to learn what you're doing. You're going to learn your process, and a little bit like what you said. Once you get everything right, then that's when you start improving and stuff like that. And like I've got big respect for the big firms, stuff like FTMO and stuff like that. Like what they've done is just like they just put everything back into the business to make it better. Made it like they've got quant side of it now. They've got data monetization and stuff like that. And like this is what you should be looking for with a prop firm. People that are always paying the traders but putting money back into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I'm going to touch upon as well is sort of the customer service. To me, what I like to see, because obviously I've made a video on a prop firm before on TikTok, and it went down really well. But obviously for the prop firm, it's very damaging. Especially, you know, it doesn't really matter whose fault it was, whether I broke the rules, because I can make a video and sort of twist the facts a little bit and say, oh, they've been dodgy, they're changing the rules. That video could get a lot of views. People start making more videos on it, and it's very damaging for the brand.
Yeah.
But what I do like to see is a prop firm sort of addressing things publicly. So I see it a lot on Twitter, certain prop firms, you know, someone says, oh, I've had my payout rejected. They'll go, well, yeah, you did because X, Y, and Z. You broke this rule. This rule's clearly there.
Yeah, you know, I anyone who gets rejected has to have evidence. If you can't find any evidence that, because ultimately, if I couldn't send someone an email and go, your payment's rejected, right? I've seen it myself. People are like, your payment's rejected, but don't give a thing.
That's ridiculous.
You've got to give some sort of, you've got to have tangible evidence of what you've done. And some prop firms I've seen as well where they've just absolutely rinsed the person. They've been caught out. But again, it works both ways. Everything's heightened in social media as well.
Yeah, it can be damaging. It depends how you protect yourself legally. I know some prop firms, you're not allowed to speak about them publicly. Which,
is that when you sign the contract?
Yeah.
Which, that's pretty mad.
That is quite mad, because what other way of telling someone that you're not happy with the prop firm other than social media? It's so important.
Well, that's very telling of the prop firms that do that, because that inadvertently says to me, if I was a customer of that prop firm, going, why would they put that in there?
Yeah.
Because that's instantly for me saying that's in there for a reason. Everything you put in a contract is there for a reason. Whatever business you're in, right? If that's there to say you can't, like a gag order, right? Basically, if anything negative you want to say on social media, we'll take you to court. Why would you have that in there? There's no trust there.
No.
Straight away from the off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
we haven't got that in our contracts, have we?
It's a wild.
We haven't. No. I wouldn't even think. I wouldn't think to put that in there, because immediately that shows you've got no trust in your own product.
Broken it from the start.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
off on the wrong foot straight away.
I think also as well from my side, right, is like when I first got into it, right, is like you go on social medias, right? It's an echo chamber. I think almost now. I don't know if you go on X, but it's the same people, right? And all like arguing with each other. Like, from my look, like on the inside of the firm, I've got 20,000 people that are probably not on social media, and like it's very toxic at points.
It's a very negative space in TikTok, especially TikTok. I mean, if you post a winning trade, people will say you should have done more, should have made more. Anything you post is sort of I don't know whether that's a UK thing, where people just are very skeptical and negative. But
a lot of people don't like seeing people win.
That's true, yeah.
Jealousy and envy. So I've got kind of a double barrel question here. What do you want to see change in the prop industry, and what do them separately? And what do you like about the prop industry? We'll do the negative one first.
What I don't like about the prop firm industry.
Yeah.
Everyone's got different rules. I wish there was a sort of a collective where every prop firm has the same one, because especially if you copy trade between 2 or 3 prop firms.
Yeah.
And some prop firms don't allow copy trading anymore.
Yeah.
Because what I would do is I have my personal live broker that has 0 spreads. So what I would do is copy to my prop firm, and I would still get sort of good spreads because it would execute me and take me out the trade on essentially 0 spreads on my personal live account. But you can't copy from a master account anymore. With you guys, you can. One of my students asked me, can we copy from a master? And you can from yourselves, which is good. Many prop firms are getting rid of that now, so that's annoying. Spreads for me is huge. Slippage, I mean, as we said earlier, it's hard enough anyway to make profit.
Yeah.
You might have a winning trade, like a 2% winning trade, but you've lost 1%. But reality is you've lost 1.5%.
Yeah.
And it just screws up your whole week.
It's designed then to ruin your psychology.
Yeah, it is.
You go into a trade, you slipped, you're already 1.5%, like 1% down. You go, panic. You close, you gamble. Yeah.
And you can't do nothing about it. And I see people contacting prop firms. I've been slipped. Well, and they say, well, that's just how it is. Market conditions. You can't do nothing about it.
Now, don't get me wrong. Some people will trade news and you get slipped and you go, well, it doesn't quite work like that.
But that's in the rules, though.
Yeah, but people are just new. Like, obviously, prop firms welcome a lot of traders that are new. Yeah, it's how the model works. But then, like, because they can't quite understand, they've like whacked full leverage on a news event or something, and it's just like, and then they go, "Oh, you're cheating me," and you're like, "We're not really," but like you try and explain, it's very difficult.
There are some insane rules. I mean, I had one. I don't like consistency scores, but when I checked your consistency score, it's a good way of doing it, because obviously if you're, for example, not consistent, you don't get the payout rejected. You just get a less percentage, which I think is a good alternative rather than completely rejecting it or telling you to keep going. Because if you have a consistency score and you don't get the payout accepted, you just keep going. Eventually, you'll just sort of blow it. And that's why it's done that way.
Yeah, and like on that, 80% of our traders have a score over, like, get the full percentage. Like, I think it's like 7% are getting 100%, so they get 100% payout. So I get it. Like, we've got some new plans coming that don't have that. Like, coming in the next few months and stuff, but like,
no, we'll leave it in there. You said it's fine.
But
he said he likes our consistency, so we'll leave it.
Obviously, it gives a bit of options to other people. I know it puts people off, but I'll be honest. If we didn't put that consistency score in our business, Nostro wouldn't be here.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I mean, you've got to have rules. It's a business at the end of the day. You have to make money.
It was. We put that in to stop hedging because it was just ruining us. Like, it's very, very difficult. Like.
What I don't like is when the rules keep changing.
Yeah.
Like every single week, it feels like you get a new email. This rule has changed. And when you're traded, I mean, as I was saying, you've got your model, you've got your psychology. There's so many things going on anyway. You have to do your risk management, and then to think about, does this rule fit this prop firm? And it might not. It might be accidental.
Yeah.
You know? I had one where I set my take profit in 1 minute 58 seconds and not after 2 minutes. You know, the take profit. So
how's that work?
So you have to set your take profit. You can't set. You got to set it in the first 10 seconds or after 2 minutes, and I did it 1 minute 53 seconds, and that's it.
That's a stupid rule.
Why?
Why? It doesn't make any sense. There's no logic to that at all.
That's what I mean. If the rules are logical, consistency, you know, max risk, fine. But things like that, you just think, how is that like trading? It's nothing to do with it. You just have to, you know.
Yeah. All right, what about the positives then? What do you like about the prop firm industry?
A lot of things. I mean, the community's always good. I like to stick with prop firms. Like, it's always difficult to sort of tell people, oh, look, there's a new prop firm because. But if you're with someone for a long time and they've been around a long time, and you see that they're not in it for a quick buck, they want to develop things and add new features. I like that. Obviously, it's great return on investment. You can pay an account. What I say to my members is start with a 10K, pass it, get a payout, buy a bigger account. And for like a 10K account could be like $40, you could turn that into a 100K funded account. You can get 2% payout. And to start with such a little amount, it will take a long time. Of course it will, but there's nothing better to scale than prop firms. Yeah.
I just wanted to touch on something a little bit as well, because you mentioned it. So you've built your own community now of people. What does that consist of?
It's just a Discord. So we have about 1,000 members in the free Discord. I post my charts. It's really turned into just a social area rather than less trading. Everyone trades their own model, but we talk every day. Obviously, I've got the private section. What I pride myself is on people who stay with me for a long time. Yeah. So I've been running it for maybe the second group was from January this year, 1st of January. And I've had the same people in from January, you know, still watching me. I do my live sessions every Sunday. The same people turn up day in, day out. And we all trade the exact same model. And now this is another problem because it's a mechanical and model, we all take the same trade. And some prop firms don't like that.
I'll be honest, that would flag with us in a way because it's
everyone's doing the same thing at the
classed
same
as
time.
Group trading, but it all depends. Like you analyze the data, it gives you a percentage score of what. Like if you've got 10 people doing exactly the same entries, then are they traders or are they using a signal?
Well, the thing is, though, I know it looks like a signal, but, you know, I give my members a model, a video, you know, the data collection, the everything involved. They learn it, and a byproduct of it being mechanical and objective, they've got no other option but to take the same trades, which is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, it is.
Because I know some prop firms sort of banned us in a way. And I got messages that, you've been banned from prop firms and stuff. I was like, well, that's just, you know, if anyone else trades a mechanical model, you will just end up taking the same trade. So I can't really grow the group too big.
You've got a bit of a limit there. It's limited,
Get everyone on a live account.
Well, that's why I always say live accounts. I mean, to have both, I guess everyone's end goal should be to have that personal account. You know, prop firms, if you're starting from scratch, obviously start prop firms, build it up, get payouts, but then funnel them into a personal account.
100%.
We speak about it a lot, and like this is what we want to do a lot of podcasts on and stuff like that. Is not just if you just focus all your life on trading, like you'll get. I think your trade income's affected, but you grow your capital, then start looking at other things to invest in, other businesses, other things. I think trading gives you such a good opportunity to like progress in life. I'd seen on you, do you travel away quite a bit? And
I'm away, I'd say every month. Yeah, I mean,
that's it.
I do a lot of traveling, and I only trade maybe 30 minutes a day.
Yeah.
I always say to guys, okay, you want to trade for freedom to make money, but don't consume yourself for the whole 8 hours a day because you've turned it into a 9 to 5. And again, I always say, stick with your 9 to 5. If you can find a way to trade for a short period of time, trading is good money. It can do. You can scale up really high, but I'm sure you know other income, stream incomes. You know, you feel a lot safer. You know, you know. I remember early on in my career, if I lost a trade, I'd be in an awful mood the whole day. It would ruin my day. And if I won a trade, I'd be on cloud 9. And that sort of yo-yo and caring so much about the trading, And again, it comes with prop firms. If you fail on the count, it's the end of the world. I say, look, you can fail 8 or 9 challenges, pass the 10th, get a nice payout, and all your money's recovered.
Yeah.
You know, so there's nothing wrong with failing, and you've just got to diversify your income.
What do you do if you're trading 30 minutes a day? What do you do with your rest of your time to fill it?
I go to gym. I'm a boxer. I've been boxing since I was 12 years old. So I've been doing that for a long time.
No wonder you're not bothered about putting hate out there.
I'll fight anyone.
I'll fight anyone.
We need to do a traders boxing event. You've set that up.
Yeah, well, we have actually spoke. Like, we're doing some stuff. We're going to Dubai for Expo. We're doing some sort of like challenges, like within the industry.
It won't be boxing. I'm not getting in the ring.
No, we're not doing boxing, but like we're going to do like a golf day, like a Nostro golf day, and find all the best golfers and and like a gym day who's the strongest and stuff. Cool. But I think boxing, like a misfit sort of event, would be. There's so much beef in the industry. I reckon it would be phenomenal.
I'm sure a lot of people
Mate, you should come to Dubai. If you're around, come to Dubai. You go around once a month. Come in October.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. We're going to be there for like 4 or 5 days, aren't we? So we're going to be doing a few things. We're going to go meet some traders and kind of just get to know our community a little bit better. I think one thing the prop firm industry lacks is like that personal touch. There's a lot of people behind screens and stuff, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast, not with you, but just in general, is to meet people who are using us, have interesting conversations, but also get the people on the other side of the screen to know that we're real people and that we're here doing this for the right reasons.
It's important to. I think it's important to actually know what the CEO looks like.
Yeah, well, this is Jackie.
Like this.
Jackie's very like Jackie's a showman, right?
A showman.
Jackie used to be a DJ before. Traveled the world, like always, and then very confident on camera, and they're like, "You need to be front facing." I'm like, I just sit behind. But now I'm like,
you're great.
I'm getting into it.
You are getting into it.
Like I'm gonna start making TikToks. I've put that on camera.
I keep telling him, I'm like, look, you just need to start. It's just get that first one out.
Day in the life, day in the life. I'm going to start showing people what we do behind the scenes. Speak to traders like that get payouts, even maybe people that are failing who are angry and stuff. I think it's really good. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah,
but
that was great.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, man.
Where can everyone find you if they've not heard of you before?
TikTok, QCS Unleashed. QCS Trader, anything QCS, that's me. That's
You've got about 9. You've got a few accounts,
socials, that's basically
We'll put you in our. This will go on YouTube, and then we'll put all your handles and stuff in there. But
the links to me.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Good to meet you.